welcome back. This is Yusufchowdhury once again, and this is for the Google Adwords 101. We're back from lunch right now, so we're gonna finish for another session. It might last us for 30 minutes. So we're gonna show you how to set up a basic ad using Google Adwords. So yes, so once you are ready to invest some money in advertising, go to Google Adwords or just do a search for adwords.google.com or Google Adwords. Okay, and there you go. Once you click on it, they're going to ask you to log in, sign in, and once you sign in, you have a few minutes or a few seconds, and there you go. So typically this is what you're gonna see. Ignore the red bar right here. This is just something, I'm having some issue with my account, but
I get those all the time.
Yeah, and every time I have to fix it, it doesn't really follow anything. But anyway, so this is just a basic setup. If you missed the part 1 and part 2 and part 3, where can I get the part 1 to 3? Excellent question. You can go to catch.me right there. So let me show you. There you go. Catch.me/Yusufchowdhury. You should be able to view the part 1 all the way to part 3. Okay. I'm sorry. Here you go. Take a snapshot real quick before I put the camera down. Go ahead and take a. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So take a snapshot. Oh, sorry, here's another one. Some people taking a snapshot of the link. So there you go. Okay, so you can view the part 1 and part 2 and 3 right there. So anyway, going back to the Google AdWords. So the first thing you need to do, remember we talked about the network search and the display network. We talked about text ad, images and videos and whatnot. The first thing you have to do is you're technically supposed to do a keyword research before you get into the Google AdWords, right? So in order for you to do a keyword research, all you have to do under the tools right here, when you go to tools, there's an option called Keyword Planner. You go to Google Keyword Planner and run your search for the keywords, and you're going to use them on your Google AdWords, okay? All right, so to set up the AdWords, all you have to do right now is once you come to this section right here where it says campaign, go ahead and click the red button that says campaign right here. And once you click on it, you will get like what? You get like 6 options. Search network with a display select. That means you can run the Google search network ad and the display ad. That is the first option. Okay? And the second one is search network only, which is, it shows up on the Google search and the Google partner searches. And the display network only, that means it will show up on a relevant site somewhere else as images, text, and videos, okay? The shopping one, I never used that before. It could be part of the Google Shopping. I'll look into that. I honestly don't know. How do you set a pay per call offer and keep your keyword costs down? Excellent question though. I hope I can answer at the end. All right. Somebody asked on Presco that question. Video. Let's see, this is for the YouTube videos, and the last one is for the app. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably pick the first one if you want to run both ads, right? For the display network and the search network. There you go. Once I do that, you can give your campaign name just something for yourself. So by default it says campaign number 1, but you can call it anything you want. That's just for you, okay? Then right here, the type, it says what? Same thing. I selected the search network and the display network, right? So this is where you're going to select the option. If you only want for the Google search or their partner, you can select this or display and so forth.
Okay, so those are exclusive. You have to set up another campaign.
Right.
Okay, so if you want to do 2 of those. Absolutely.
If you want to do 2, then you have to create another one and run those ads as well.
That matches that hierarchical diagram you had earlier this morning.
Right. So by default, it's selected to the standard. That means if you don't want to mess with too much information, if you don't want to be too much specific on anything like that, and you have no experience with AdWords, you can just go with the standard. Okay? But if you click featured, all features, now you're going to get more options. Like if I scroll down, I might have extra option that I don't see it on the standard. Like for instance, these are the accounts. This is my personal account right here. I can click on shopping settings. You see, it's just a minor extra stuff. I can select the locations. Also the devices. Ads will show on all eligible devices by default. Okay, great. What I'm trying to advertise this, US and Canada, all countries, or US only. I can select US only. Okay, but if I go back to the standard, we should have something similar too in the standard. 1 second. You see, just a few things, few minor things. So this is a standard. So right now, bid strategy, I'll manually set my bid for the clicks. That means if you click on how much you want to pay for the ad for the keyword that you, or again, you have to do the keyword research first and find out what is the suggested bid. If they say $3, you can bid for like $1 or $2.50. Does that make sense? So this is where you put the suggested bid. It says here the bid applies to the first ad group in this campaign, which you will create in the next step. Okay, so if I say I want to pay, I don't know, $1.50 as an example, and my daily budget is, let's say, $10. You put it right there. Okay, but if I select AdWords will set my bid to help me maximize clicks within my target budget. If you don't want to be specific like how I did it right now, I can just select that part and Google will decide how they're going to charge the click. Okay, so I don't have to put my bid price. So you can run this and see what happens.
Do they go low as possible to stay with them to get you as many ads as possible?
That's an excellent question. Well, we don't know until we run it.
So, right. The reason that's an interesting question. The reason I asked that is because when you go to the U.S. Treasury auction, the U.S. Treasury sets aside a certain number of bonds for, quote, small investors.
Right.
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to spread the people they own money to out so they don't become one big voting block. And so, but they also have to sell a lot of debt, so they want to sell that debt to big buyers who have deep credit and have a lot of reputation. So they're torn. And this is interesting because Google may be having a similar situation here. They don't want to become too reliant on one big customer buying that set of words.
Right.
They want to fraction that out to a bunch of little people. So they have an incentive actually to try to help you at this stage. I think. I don't know.
No, that's what it is. I mean, the thing, again, this is for folks that if you're experienced, you know how to do the bids and everything, then you're going to, of course, select the first one manually. But if this is something you're not sure how to set it up, let Google decide.
Go back and click the top of the manual and ask a question. Let's go back and bring that menu back up. Yeah, click that. I want to bring it back up. You got that menu down where you typed in your bid.
Are there considered click farm countries to say, wait, they're on my budget? Well, to answer that question, when you get, unfortunately, you cannot, there's one question on Periscope, you cannot determine if somebody from overseas or your competitor is going to click on your ad. I mean, you can't do anything about it. That's why you have to report to see what's going on. If I'm getting so many click and no conversion, there's a possibility that somebody probably, doing something to my ad, but unfortunately you can't figure it out. There's no way to find out if somebody is clicking your ad to make you waste the money.
On the default bid, can other bidders see your bid, or is it in the blind?
Oh, you mean the other advertisers?
Right.
Well, of course they can because they're all private. But if they do a research using keywordspy.com, keywordspy.com will not give them the actual the bid that you're doing. If you just estimate. So if I put 150 in my average bid, keywordspy will say, oh, maybe you're paying $2.
So this is like sealed bids on government. You don't want to bid $1.50. You don't want to bid some round number. You want to bid $1.47 or $1.23, some weird number that other people won't usually guess.
Absolutely. So if I select manually, these are the options for your bid, and it says here, there's a question mark, look at that. It explains to you. It says the default bid is your maximum cost per click for ads in ad group, right? How it works, we'll use your default bid for clicks on your ad, unless you set unique targeting specific bid. The closer you get to your budget limit, the less your ads will show. Okay? What do? You should set a bid that allows you to get the most value of a click while staying within your budget. And there's an example. On average, 1 in 5 clicks on your ad leads to a sale worth $5, right? Because you don't profit for click cost of $1 or more, you set a default bid of $1, okay? But if I don't want to do that, I just let Google decide that for me. Okay, then I'm going to select next one, but I'm going to put my daily budget. So if I put $20, that means $600 a month. If I put $10, that's like almost $300 a month, right? When you scroll down, these are the ad extension. Remember we talked about the ad extension? If you want the phone number or the location or the section of your website, right? Remember? So if I want my
that was very useful.
Yeah, so if I put the location, there you go. Your account doesn't have any location here, so I need to add the location. If I use a section of the website, it will ask you what links do you want to add, like the contact page, the service page. You can set it up right here.
And should those match your site XML?
Well, this one you just I can just put, let's say I'm gonna call it
Or sitemap XML. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing.
If I put services here, then I should be able to add the link for that service link. Does that make sense? So the ad's gonna look like I have my actual ad and have a site link below that. So that's the option for the site link. Okay, and this is only for the ad. Does that make sense? Now the last option was phone number. So this is basically means when they find your information on the mobile device, they can just click the phone number and call you. And this is how you can also track your what do you call it? Clicks on the phone. Okay. So this is where you're going to set up your ad extension.
The service can take you to the web page too?
Whatever you wanted to point it to, you can put that in the link. Okay? So I can probably set the phone number here, right? And I can put my phone number. 316. Okay? And save and continue. Let's see if it works. Alright, so there you go. So now it is asking me to create the actual text ad. You see that? So there's an example here, and they're asking you to fill it up in this area. Okay, so that's step number 2. So right now, remember when you create the campaign, you're supposed to have more than one ad group. So if I sell electronics, I have 2 campaigns, one for telephones or cell phones, another one for cameras. And each campaign can have up to like 2 or 3 ad group. Okay? So right here, I can call the ad group whatever I want to call it. Then the headline. And here's the cool thing. I mean, all this question mark right here shows you what it means. So if you get confused or get lost, you just put your mouse right here and it tells you, okay, headline. Your headline appears as the first line of your ad text. What to do? Enter up to 25 characters of text that promote your product or service. It's a good idea to include your keyword or call to action in the text. Okay? Keep in mind, description line 1, parts of the display URL or other parts of your ad, including extension, can show alongside the headline when AdWords predicts that it might improve your performance. So right here's an example, your New York Bagel Hotel, right? So for Mario, you can select San Antonio graphic design or something like that. Okay? Let's see. Not sure it's gonna fit. There you go. Oh, see that happen? Because I exceeded, it gave me like -1. So I cannot use that.
Oh.
So I have
I don't know
to,
what that means. Oh, you're too
yeah, so I have to make sure I'm within, yeah.
Just use SA, because if it's really local, locals know what
Yeah,
SA
but
stands
SA is meaning only for us.
You're right.
People,
for. If you're geographically limiting it, that SA will make sense.
people
to
in New
locally.
York.
And here's the cool thing, you also look at this. Every time you make a change, it shows up right there. It tells you how it looks. See that? Look at that.
Oh, live update.
Live update already. Okay? Description. Best photographic design firm.
That's it. Second line.
Referrals get 20% off.
There you go.
Call to action.
Call to action, yeah, right?
Get 20% off this week
Oh,
only.
50%.
This week only.
This month.
Call to date.
Yeah, the trouble is, which
Now.
month, when the ad comes up,
Get
it's
to
which
the
month
off.
is that? This one or next, or, some of these ads are timeless, and so.
This week or this.
There you go. Get 50% off for January 2016. Something like that, right? You see how the ad looks like? I went to Fiverr. Somebody in Facebook's in President went to Fiverr. So the cool thing right now, the side ad, and look at that. It said what? It's a side ad and the top ad. What does that mean? What does the side ad and the top ad mean?
The position it's going to show.
Yeah, in the Google search, this is on the side, and this on the top.
How does it determine where, if you're going on the side or the top?
Well, it has to go for both. It's going to show both.
Got you.
It has to show both, not just on the top. If it shows on the top, it also has to have on the side. Okay? So there you go. Then, the display URL. Like that. Okay? And the final URL is the same thing.
Oh, so then the final URL, that's where you can have your landing page.
Mm-hmm.
So that can go to your specific product, like your situation.
Right, right here. You see, the final URL is the address of the page in your website that people reach when they click your ad. Because the first one is your main home website.
Well, that always explains why, I usually just cut and paste those out and then go type them in myself.
Right.
And I end up at some bizarre place. That explains that.
Absolutely. So what happened, because you mentioned your main website, that doesn't mean that, let's say the 50% off is not on the home page. It could be on a specific page. That's how you put the landing page right there. Does that make sense? So be very careful. Don't use the same website, because if they want the 50% off and they click and it goes to home page and there's nothing about the 50% off, then what's going to happen? You're going to make them pissed off. Right? So Ron was absolutely correct. When you look at the final URL, this is the URL where you're actually pointing them to. Because when they click the ad, it will take them there. Okay? Does that make sense? Alright. Then when you click on URL mobile, same thing for the mobile device. Make sure that that landing page is mobile friendly. Okay? So when they search on the mobile device, they click on the same ad, the website is meant for the mobile too. So you're going to put the link there again, but make sure that the site is mobile friendly. Okay? The advanced option, this is for the tracking. So if you want to track the clicks and whatnot attached to analytics, but that's something with analytics. We can probably talk about that later, how to connect both later on. Okay? When you scroll down, and now there you go, the select keywords. Okay, so start with the 10 to 20 keywords, be specific, avoid one word keyword. That means don't just say shoe. If you're selling shoes, don't use chocolate. Use like, dark chocolate or best dark chocolate or, gourmet chocolate or homemade gourmet chocolate. Does that make sense? So that's what it means. So every ad group should at least have 10 to 20 key phrases. By default, keywords are broad match to searches to help you capture a wide range of relevant traffic. Use match tab to control this, and there you go. So you can enter all the keyword that when you went to the keyword planner, you're supposed to download it in CSV file and upload it right here, or copy and paste them right here. Or what happened here, Google automatically picked up some key phrase. You know how did this show up, all these? I didn't even do a search. You know how did it show up?
Searches. Other people were doing it.
Well, not just that, because my website is about SEO. So I actually looked at my site and automatically give me some suggestions.
Well, these are from yours, okay.
Yeah, give me some suggestions so I can add all of these. Okay? All these are key phrases. So now I can go ahead and save. I haven't submitted the ad yet. I'm just going to save it. And it says here, at least add one keyword. This is all example. Graphic design. Okay.
So
Save it.
there's no money being burned at this point. You're just setting up these ads. So you can pre-populate these ad groups
Mm-hmm.
and then turn them on and turn them off.
You can pause
That's
them,
very
yeah.
cool.
Right. So there you go. This is the ad. It says eligible because they have to manually approve it. Just like in Facebook, somebody from the other side has to approve the ad too. Okay?
Oh, in case it's like it's overtly solicitous
Yeah.
or something.
So right now, just because you run it, right now it says enabled, is eligible, but I can definitely select it and click pause. If I don't want to run the ad, I can just go there and click pause. Once it's approved, then you can see how it works. Because I remember I put $10 a day. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And
It doesn't mean it's a saving.
yeah, so right now, right here, I can do different segments. I can do the time, the day, the week. See that? I can adjust all those. But right now, I'm just waiting on them. Once they approve it, then you can go back quickly and tweak from what day to what time or how many, all the steps. Right now, it just says it's eligible. So that means I have to wait. And look at my click, 1 cent. 1 cent. So that's what the suggested bid that Google gave me. Does that make sense? All right. So yeah, so this is simple. As you can see, a few steps, and that's about it. Once it becomes approved, it's going to say enable. Then you can go back and make more adjustment on the what do you call it? Like the timing and from what day to what month and whatnot.
How long does it take to become eligible?
It should be like, maybe like within a few hours, sometimes within 24 hours, but mostly within a few hours.
And if you're not, they're very good about telling you why, usually. They're very particular about the formatting, and like one of my ads got disapproved because I used too many exclamation points.
Oh yeah, there's some rules as
It
well.
doesn't like
I forgot to
too
mention.
much.
You're supposed to read the guideline because there are some rules like you cannot use too many exclamation mark, or there's certain words you're not supposed to use, like
You
supplements
can't
and
use certain characters. I mean, it's like
yeah, supplements and whatnot.
I'm assuming to level out the playing field, but it's just annoying.
So there you go. Go ahead and pause it. Okay. And that's it. So once it's approved, just go back through all these options. Look for the time, look for the location, and look for the display network. And see if you want to add images and whatnot. Okay. All right. Any more questions? I'm like on the corner right here. All right, folks. Well, we're actually done for today, and we'll follow up next month doing part 2, right? Because part 2 is going to be mostly follow-up and hands-on. So I appreciate you all been watching this. If you missed part 1 or 2 and 3 and 4, please go to Catch Me. Yes, we have a guest in this room, so yeah, I'm doing it for them. This is a workshop. All right, so I'll see you all later. Thank you so much. Don't forget, catch.me/yusufchowdhury. You're more than welcome. If you all have any questions, please go ahead and send me a Twitter message. Thank you.